Snowden is directed by Oliver Stone and stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Edward Snowden, the man who worked for the CIA and then one day saw that the government was hacking into people's cell phones and their cameras, their laptops, all these different things, and invading their privacy. As a man who wanted to do something for his country, he thought that it'd be the best decision to leak this information to the world and let everybody know that, hey, they're watching you. And this movie is about all the decisions that led up to this interview that he had where he leaked all this information and the relationship with his girlfriend at the time, played by Shailene Woodley. I have not read too much into Edward Snowden. I have seen interviews here and there about him. But one thing I did really appreciate about this movie is that Joseph Gordon not only really looked like Edward, I also thought his voice was spot on for Edward Snowden. Another thing that was really well done is that there's this natural relationship and chemistry between Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Shailene Woodley. Both of them did really great in their roles, but I think that the relationship felt very natural. She felt like someone that was really there for Edward Snowden, and he really was in love with her. Immediately their characters just clicked, and it showed on screen very well. At times there is also some natural tension to when he is trying to get this information out to the world. I think that they handled some of the tension really well, but where this movie faltered and I think lacked some interesting moments is that it's very long and it's very repetitive. What I mean that it's repetitive is he's receiving this information again and again, and he's realizing like, hey, the government's watching people. Hey, the government's watching people. Hey, the government's watching people. And I felt like his reactions to that information was just the same. Like, it's like the first time he realized that the government was watching people, and then he realized it again, and he completely forgot that it wasn't the first time. And I'm sure that's not how it was in real life, but just how it was portrayed in the movie was where I felt like the movie was a bit repetitive. Although Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a really great job in here, I didn't feel a sense of urgency for Edward Snowden to release this information to the world. And that was a big issue for me because I didn't really feel and believe that he believed in all these different things and that it was his duty to release this to the world. But I did think that the acting was really great. I thought the relationships was really well done. It was an interesting topic that I want to know more about. There were some really good tensions, but the movie was really long. It was a bit repetitive at times, and I didn't feel that sense of urgency to this movie. I'm going to go ahead and give Snowden a C+. So if you guys have seen Snowden, what do you guys think about it? Were you interested in knowing more about Edward Snowden and the things he did leading up to the release of all this information to the world? As a person who really didn't know much about it, I was definitely interested in going into this movie, and I'm still interested in knowing more about Edward Snowden. So this is Just Watch Movies. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. You can also find my Facebook page at the same name. The link will be down below for that. This is Just Watch Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.